Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Neelofer Ali, and I hope you are doing great. Uh, we have a very special guest, a very truly remarkable personality with us today, and she is a courageous. She herself is a courageous woman and love to live a life with the fullest. And moreover, she encourages others to find uh, courage within themselves and teaches them how to live a beautiful life and a happy life. So today we have a pleasure of welcoming Miss Andrea Mason. Uh, she is I'm very grateful to her because she is busy, despite of being busy, but she took time out of her schedule and joined this live show. So without any delay, let's start our conversation with Miss Andrea. Hello, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you doing? Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor, privilege, and pleasure to be here. I am very grateful for the country of Pakistan, for Rehan Hawa, to having me, and thank you so much for having me on your platform.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your precious time. First of all, ma'am, I wanted to extend a warm welcome to you and express our gratitude for your presence here. Uh, Ma'am, our viewer audience is curious to know more about you. So, could you please give an introduction and share something about you?
Absolutely. Yes. My name is Andrea Mason, your personal accountability coach, as well as your global voice under the mentorship of Dr. Les Brown. I was born in Colombia, South America, and I was put up for adoption at 11 months old, at 11 pounds, and I came to the promised land of America under unconditional love of my parents. Throughout my childhood, early adolescence, and adulthood years, unfortunately, I was a victim of abuse and bullying. But through the industries and decades of service I put into social work and psychology, I was able to achieve personal freedom through the healing power of forgiveness. I launched my career into also servicing the holistic medical communities and motivational communities for youth, children, as well as adults. And I am now in the sector of global motivational speaking, impact, individual and group coaching under the umbrella of Pressing Play. Plan life according to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Um, Ma'am, I want to know about your educational journey, means from schooling and to your degree of psychology.
Yes, absolutely. So my schooling was difficult. I had to learn 10 times harder than the average student because of the bullying and distractions. But I was also able to study. I followed my path. My parents had instilled in me to do what I love, do my best, and do it right. And so through my educational years, I took it upon myself to really study hard, really be effective. And what were the outlets to help me for my mental health is that I played soccer as an athlete, as an athletic woman. In Europe, they call it football, as well as playing the piano. I wrote and composed my own music. School for
Wow.
me was very challenging, but I continued to persevere and work towards progression and realize that there's no such thing as perfection, just constant taking action.
Ma'am, means you love music. We
Yes,
can
I
say that
do.
you. Okay, great.
Yes, I
Uh,
absolutely love music. Yeah, I love dancing, every kind of music, because it's the escape to really utilize your emotions.
wow, ma'am, great. Ma'am, I am asking you a very common question, that how you help people come out of stress and trauma.
Yes, the best way, great question. It's a topic that's global. The best way to get out of stress and trauma or drama would be allowing yourself to have an understanding about your emotions. Society and the environment usually tells us it's not okay to cry, it's not okay to get angry. We must, in a respectful manner, allow us to feel these emotions, allow us to express them because they're bottled up. And if you know anything about cooking, if you suppress your emotions, it's like a pot of water waiting to boil. And if you don't handle them, you may overflow and express your emotions or stress in an inappropriate way, getting mad at individuals, getting angry, taking it out on an innocent bystander. The best techniques, I would say, to deal with stress and trauma is to, number one, allow you to feel your emotions. Go through them. Don't bottle them up or put them aside. Number two, to be grateful and be mindful to write down what you're going through and reflect and read it back so you can understand better what you're going through.
Ma'am,
I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Okay.
hello.
Yes, you
Are
were
you there?
muted for a moment. Okay, you're back.
Ma'am, I read in your profile that you are healing by forgiving. I think uh, healing with a forgiveness.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. So I want to ask you that how can we forget or forgive a person who hurt us and who ruined our peace of mind and who and caused us to suffer from high blood pressure and heart disease. So, ma'am, how is this possible that we can forgive and forget that person? What are
Absolutely.
the
Yes, there's a few key tips in doing so. A lot of individuals have the misunderstanding that when we forgive someone, we're forgetting the action at hand. We're forgetting what they've done or forgetting the person wholeheartedly. And that's not at all what I'm asking individuals to do. I'm asking them as they go through the healing power of forgiveness to
yes,
understand that it's not a reflection of them. The individual who has hurt them, betrayed them, lied to them, that's all that they have known. That's all that they have experienced. That's all that they have endured. And also, it could be that nobody has addressed that to them. And us as the healers, we must be brave enough and bold enough, if we are able to approach that individual in a civil, respectful manner and say, hey, you know what you said or what you did really hurt me. And I didn't appreciate it. And
mm,
I'm, you know, addressing this with you so it doesn't happen to somebody else. Now, that may be received or may not. But we as individuals, my mentor, Dr. Les Brown, always says someone's opinion of you does not
mm,
have to become your reality. So, in other words, if you get bullied, abused, betrayed, lied
yes,
to by someone, you do not have to believe it.
mhm,
It's what
yes,
you
yes,
see and feel in the mirror about yourself that others will follow through.
exactly, yeah. Exactly, ma'am. You are right that we are hurt because we believe what he says or she says about us.
Mhm.
They
Right.
think make us stress and well. Ma'am, I watched your video that is about love yourself.
Yes.
So, so I have issue that I think I don't love myself,
Mm.
and I think and I'm sure that I'm unworthy of love,
Mm.
and I'm never satisfied with myself, with my work and with myself.
Mm.
Even I'm not confident that anything that I'm doing is is okay, is so ma'am, I just want to ask you that someone who is not loving herself or himself, what do you suggest them?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, Nilafar, I love you. I believe in you. I'm grateful for your connection. And at many times, we don't hear that from other individuals. We have this chip in the back of our head, if you will. Our imaginary chip is what I call it, playing over and over again of the negativity, the naysayers, the toxicity of our childhood. And if we don't face our past will continue to chase us. And these beliefs that we all have them, we all have them. We are our own worst critic. We judge ourselves, we doubt ourselves, we put ourselves down. We sometimes treat strangers better than we treat ourselves. And we have to take a deeper dive and look within. Why is that? Why do I not feel deserving of love? Why do I not feel deserving that my work is good enough? And thank you for watching Love Yourself video. That is a very powerful video, and it was a hard video for me to create. All my videos, I've got over 850 videos on YouTube, and they all are basically talking about different areas of life. But to be
Okay.
honest, these videos are really me talking to myself, helping myself when I have those rough days, when I have those great days. I need to believe and be my number one fan because nobody else is going to. And if other people believe in me more than I do, then I'm doing a disservice to myself. They're enabling me. And I put this fear factor in myself. If they believe in me, oh my goodness, am I going to set them up for failure? Am I going to disappoint them? So we must, in the Michael Jackson amazing greatest song, late Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself and envision your younger version of you, your 8-year-old, 7-year-old self. Take his or her hand and say, I'm doing this for you. I love you. And that's all it's about. And we say that it sounds cliche, but love encircles the world, it conquers everything. But if we don't have the love within, and I remind myself this every day, if I'm not filling my cup, if I'm not taking care of me, then when I help others, I'm running. And I learned this yesterday, I'm running on fumes. I'm giving from an empty cup. And I don't want to do that. I want to be full. I want to be abundant. I want to love people. But I have to love myself first because what I put out is what I'm going to receive.
Ma'am, I really think that I am ugly and I am not intelligent, and these things are running in my mind all the time. Even I
Mm.
don't want to capture my pictures because
Mm.
I am not good looking. I am ugly, so these are my big issue. Well, ma'am, you have treated many peoples in your
Mhm.
career.
Mhm.
Have you find something common in all the human beings? And you concluded that it is a universal trait and that is found in among all the human beings.
Yes. Every human being has the same book of life. It's just a matter of which chapter they're stuck in and when are they
Hmm.
ready to turn their page. Every human being I've spoken on virtually on every continent of this world. And the two main key components that they individuals struggle with is loving themselves, being confident and being strong and having power, empowerment, and being successful. And number two, being understood and fitting in. And that's most difficult because as you have, and thank you for sharing about your concerns, your situation, you have to kind of ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why does Nilofar feel that she's not pretty? Why does she feel that she's not good enough? Why does she feel that she doesn't fit in? Why does she feel this? And kind of close your eyes and see, where did that start? Was it a teacher? Was it a parent? Was it a friend that had started that conversation in your mind? And it's going to take some time to reset that thinking, because it's something we are, as we grow older, if we don't shift and transform our mindset into positivity and we stay stuck on the negative, that is constantly being a snowball effect, where then you won't see positive in life. You won't see positive in others. And it's a trickling downward spiral. And we have to get to the root cause. I am all about problem solving. I am all about finding the solution, getting to that incident or individual, if you will, of who put that in our mind and made us feel that way, and how we can shift it.
Exactly. And do you have someone who is equal to you? Means someone who helps you when you are in pain, just like you help others, and someone I say that someone who can't see you, can't bear to see you see you suffer. Is there
Well,
any?
that is a great question, because that's something I struggle with. I I deal with what's called lone wolf, and if you're not familiar there with it, it's kind of being at the surface, helping others, but when it comes to myself, I'm very reserved and confidential, if you will. I To where it stemmed, and I'd like to spotlight this if we have a few moments. Today marks the day in 2016 that I almost was no longer here. I was diagnosed with a terminal condition of myasthenia gravis. But on this date in 2016, last evening on the 22nd of 2016 in February, I made a declaration after practicing the secret that I was not going to do this anymore. I was going to be healthy. And so I decided that I'm not going to self sabotage. And for being here healthy with a clean bill of health and able to breathe, walk, and people can check out my website to learn more about my story. But there are people in my life that have been my greatest supporters in my immediate family and even friends. And it is
Yes,
a difficult pill to swallow, because as a coach, as a global motivational speaker, you want to help everybody, but you tend to lose focus on yourself. And I'm grateful
exactly.
for the people in my life that are really near and dear. And I am expanding that network or community, if you will, to let more people in. That's why I just want to help people, man. That's all I want to do.
Then my next question is also related with this question, that to whom you give credit for your success, and towards whom are you grateful for your for helping you get to where you are.
Absolutely. To whom I credit my success would be my parents and my immediate family. That's who I give credit to. To whom to make influence and impact is my mentor, Dr. Les Brown. He is a motivational speaker globally. I am an alumna of his, as well as I've connected with him on several platforms throughout the years. And he just basically said it really simple. When I shared my story with him in 2020, he said, 11 pounds at 11 months old, baby. They didn't know now, but they didn't know then, but they know now. And he instilled in me. He was also a fellow adoptee, and he empowered me. He said, like I said, he said two major quotes that truly resonate with me. Number one, are you going through it, or are you growing through it? And that really resonated with me, because through my life, I was just going through the motions, which got me sick in 2016. But then from
Mm.
2016 to the present, I'm growing through it. I'm taking my losses and changing them into the lessons. I'm taking my pains and changing it into gains. And he is also the second quote, as I mentioned earlier in this segment, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And those two parallel quotes, in conjunction with the gentleman, the late great Bob Proctor, he was the one, after studying The Secret and the medical excerpt, that as I lied in the hospital bed, 2016, February 22nd, I made a declaration I was going to be discharged. And that's what I have done about 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, about 7 years ago. That allows me to be healthy, alive, and sitting in front of you on this platform virtually, speaking to the world. That, what the late great Bob Proctor says, if you could see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And I'm a firm believer of that.
And having a loving and caring family and friends is also a blessing.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because my family, I give them a hard time. My family is very supportive and nurturing. But when I lost my mother in 2007, it was my whole world. She knew everything and anything about me. And when she was gone for almost 2 years, I kind of distanced myself mentally and emotionally from my family because she was gone. And I
Mm.
remember a family member saying, "Your mom is not gone. She's right here." And that kind of snapped me out of the trance. And ever since, I was choosing the path less traveled, going from victim to victorious. And in honor of my mom, her name is Victoria. So that's kind of where, that
Okay.
really resonates with me.
Ma'am, it is very painful to lose someone. Like my mother means someone that is very close to our heart, and
Yeah,
that someone that is from our childhood. He's she is with us. So
absolutely.
really sorry to hear about your mother.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
ma'am, I want to ask, uh, I think, a little bit difficult question that if you were given another chance to restart your life,
Hmm.
uh, is there anything that you would want to delete or remove from your life?
Quite honestly, I look back of being bullied, thrown into trash cans, and being shoved into lockers, and the sexual, physical, mental, spiritual abuse. I I probably would say I want to reset that, but to be quite honest, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't have grown from it. So, although our lives are not perfect, there's no such thing as perfect. Every experience has a lesson or, a loss through it. And I guess the way I would reset my life is just, I guess, just working more on understanding people and more understanding my emotions, because I used to, and still a constant work in progress. I used to react to things as opposed to respond. And it's not easy. People are, some people are like, oh, well, you just react or you respond. It's literally challenging to shift the two, because your emotions are the immediate reactions of what happens to you. Somebody yells at you, you kind of react to get angry. Somebody hurts you, you kind of want to cry. But the transformation to really understand and take a 3-second pause, if you will, to respond as opposed to react. Because what I've done in the past when I've reacted was what I'm working on individuals and helping them is, you may not think that it's harmful when you react, but when you
Hmm.
react, somebody might be an innocent bystander. What I mean by that, they might receive your anger when it wasn't even addressed or had anything to do with them. Let me give you an example. If I go to a job and my boss yells at me or reprimands me and I'm angry and I hold my emotions in, when I come home to my family, I might lash out or react towards them when they had nothing to do or be involved. And that's something that I am constantly working on and have modified over the years, but that would be kind of the reset button in that regard.
Exactly. Ma'am, past uh, situations that hurt us, yeah, are the lessons for us. We are.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Apologies.
Ma'am, my next question is: do you believe that you are curing people and they get them out from stress and trauma? Ma'am, do you believe that meditation, yoga, and prayers are effective in
Abs-
relieving
Pardon
stress
me.
and disappointment?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have the latter part of my employee years, I worked for a holistic and wellness center. And, certain conditions may require medications, but I'm a living testimony that when I was sick in 2016 and prior, I had so many pre-existing conditions, osteopenia, appendectomy. I had to get my appendix removed, gallbladder removed, 7 ulcers on my gallbladder, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. I had exercise induced asthma. I mean, the list goes on and on. And it wasn't until I realized it was all self induced, it was based on external influences, emotions, or situations that I didn't take care of that were lingering. And when I made a clear, conscious decision that I was going to change my lifestyle, I was going to be in control what I watched on TV, what I listened on the radio, what I read in newspapers, what I watched on social media, what I ate. And when I took control of that, that's when I was able to make the shift. Yoga, meditation, prayer, whatever you decide, even your nutrition, it's a lifestyle choice. I have worked with individuals where I just listened to them across the world. I spoke to them or messaged them or had a video chat with them, and I just effectively listened. And individuals were grateful for that because there was no judgment, there was no ridicule, there was no critique. And we
Exactly.
have the ability in our mind to make ourselves healthy or not. Now, people say, well, Andrea, what about C condition? What about terminal conditions? If you have the proper mindset, and this definitely was in the teachings, pardon me, let me just refer to this. This was in the teachings, the secret. If you
Yes.
have the proper mindset, you can literally heal yourself. Your body has a way too. And the late great Bob Proctor says, disease cannot withstand a healthy mind. Think about it. Even go into a 7-year-old child. What do they say? I'm hungry. The rest of the 7-year-olds are hungry. I'm tired. The rest of the 7-year-olds are tired. I have to go to the bathroom. Now everybody has to. It's what you put into your mindset that has an effect on your entire body. Our bodies are created to heal themselves. You get a cut, it heals itself. More terminal conditions you can heal over time, if not too late, through exercise, nutrition, adequate sleep, meditation, focus, and rest. It's
Hmm.
something that's not new. It's old school traditions. Look at the history books of spiritual individuals. And I'm not saying to change your religion, creed, or beliefs, but just know you have the ability in your mind, your thoughts become things. And that's what I've done. I've been able to rid myself of all of my pre-existing conditions and be healthy.
Wow. Ma'am, my next question is about that being a good friend of Sir Rehan Allahwala. What do you say about him?
Yes, an amazing individual. He has connected me to the country of Pakistan, which I'm grateful for. I have connected, as an ambassador of the United States of Ali Razi, Muhammad Iqbar, and I mean, the list goes on and on. And I've also in connection with Madam Iram Fuad. I mean, I've just had an enormous love and welcome from the country of Pakistan. And I thank you so much. He's a great leader. He's a great influencer. And I'm grateful for his connection. Thank you.
Exactly, right, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, so now I ask you about my country. That what do you say about Pakistan?
Yes, so I haven't set foot on Pakistani ground at this moment, but personally, my experience, my connections with the students, the young men and women, and being, ambassador of Women Empowerment of Pakistan, it's just been an amazing experience. I really admire a country who is yearning to learn, who pays it forward, and who really wants to be the change of the connections that I've made. I know there's another young gentleman who works at an orphanage. I've been able and grateful to speak to some of the young children there virtually.
Hmm.
So I'm truly grateful.
Okay, ma'am. Now I want to ask you that do you cook?
Do I cook?
Yes.
No, unfortunately, I do not cook. My family, I'm grateful for the people in my life that cook. So I don't cook. My mother was a great cook. My all the matriarchs in my family cook, but that's my shortcoming. I don't cook.
Okay, ma'am. So, what is your favorite dish?
Pardon me.
Favorite dish? Your favorite
My
dish?
favorite dish. Ooh, that's a good one. Well, from my Latin roots, even though I haven't been to Colombia or know any family members, on my mother's side, that my aunt had made paella. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with paella. Paella is a Latin cuisine. It's made in a cast iron skillet, and it's full of all different seafood, chicken, peas, rice, yellow rice, bacon as well. It could be bacon. I don't think it's in there, but and I know there's also scallops and shrimp and noodles and the mushrooms. It's just amazing. So that's one of my favorite dishes. Yes.
Wow. Ma'am, all the women and girls love to shopping. Do you love to shopping?
No, I don't.
No.
Let me give you a reason why. Growing up in my childhood, all of my cousins were guys, were boys. So we were of the
Oh,
same age and we hung out all the time. So I had 7 close immediate cousins who were boys. So I was out on the street playing football or I was running around playing a game. I was never in the kitchen and I never liked going shopping. So I'm one of that 1% of women who, really doesn't do those uh those activities, unfortunately.
okay. Means, ma'am, you are grow with boys and brothers.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I was.
And then now I want to ask you that your favorite color.
My favorite color is what you are wearing, that pink salmon color. I love it. And I love the color red. So that shade is amazing. Yes, I love that color.
Well, actually, I heard your question, this answer from your interview that you like pink color and
Yes.
red color.
Yes.
So
Yes, I do.
that's why I wear this dupatta because you like pink color.
Thank you
Actually,
so much.
actually, ma'am, I also like pink color and red color. So
Yes.
it's in my heart.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I told my mother that she likes pink color, that's why I will wear pink dupatta.
Ah, thank you. I actually have a pashmina myself in the closet that's the same color. So, yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Ma'am, it's really great to talk to you. But in the last, I want to ask you that what message would you like to give our viewers?
Yes, absolutely. Men and women, children, young adults, adolescents, you are unique. What makes you different makes you authentic. Never ever explain yourself to someone and be prideful of who you are. You were given special gifts, skills, and talents. And it is important for you to share those with the world. And like I said earlier in the segment, believe in yourself and love yourself, and others will. Don't worry about the naysayers, the non believers, and the doubters. Allow that toxicity to be within you and change it to positivity. If I didn't have naysayers, if I didn't have, difficulty, if I didn't have struggles in my life, I wouldn't be here
Hmm.
before you teaching and helping you learn the way towards
Yes,
freedom. Thank you so much.
yes, exactly. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your precious time. You came and joined this show. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. God bless you.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Assalamu alaikum and salah. Thank you so much. I look forward and would love to be on again down the road. Thank you so much.
So, viewers, she is our very great guest, very special guest, Miss Andrea. Inshallah, in our next program, we will come again with another amazing personality. Till then, Allah Hafiz.
And salah.